What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Somebody's Son, Season 1, Episode 5, Jealousy Rises. Okay, let's just... Oh, before I start, y'all make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Also, make sure y'all liking all the videos so I can stay in the algorithm of things. And here we go. So we start with James and Charlisa. Listen, I just want y'all to know I needed a break from that last mama from last week. Mama, whatever her name. Wasn't Nicole? It wasn't Nicole. I forgot that lady name, but that mama. Oh Lord, I needed a break. Okay, and it's good. It was good to see Mama Oma. Okay, so James asked Mama Charlisa, tells Mama Charlisa that was awkward for him, that whole photo shoot, and he felt, she asked like, who did you like the best? Of course, he felt comfortable with Alicia, but Mama Charlisa wants to pick Charbonnet. So James will go on a date with Alyssa, of course, because y'all know he haven't had one-on-one time with her. So over at Joshua and Mama Oma's, they talk about the photo shoot. He felt the chemistry between all the ladies. He wants Mama Oma to pick up and pick. He wants Mama Oma to pick. And I was like, are you unable to make decisions? Because that's what it started to feel like. Like, he seemed like a nice guy. Sorry. He seems like a nice guy, but it also feels like he's unable to make certain decisions. And I don't know if you don't make decisions because you don't want to make these decisions because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, or you just don't know how to make a decision. And so I like the energy with this subgroup of ladies, with Lexi, Tamaria, and Chambrielle. I think it was Lexi. Yeah, Chambrielle, Lexi, and Tamaria. They don't argue. They're not like my man, my man, my man. Like, they really get along. And even though the other ladies are getting along, it's just that competition that is just wavering around. And it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. And it's not really with the ladies that's with the subgroup of ladies that's with that mama who want to make all the decisions. It's more with the ladies that's with James and Charlisa, Mama Charlisa. So Mama Oma selected Tamaria, because she wants her to kind of, be more open. And we can kind of say the same thing about Joshua, because he's not as open as he needs to be. So Chambrielle is questioning whether or not did Josh make can he make any decisions? I mean, did he make any decision on selecting a date for tonight? Because like me, I thought that she was the one that was going to go on a date with him because of their chemistry. And it was based on chemistry. It was based on, I think it was just based on really chemistry, intimacy, and all of that. But it just seemed more intimate, not because of the kiss, but because of the energy they both were feeding off one another. They had. So she was wondering, like, hey, is he selecting a date or she selecting a date? But I will say this, Mama Oma is asking him, and he doesn't want to make these decisions. That's what's happening. And the ladies are really questioning Joshua, which I'm glad that they are. So Lexi is feeling away because she wants to be on a date. She wants to be picked. And it's like, maybe you'll get the next one, Lexi. So Chambrielle wants to know if her and Joshua are compatible. Lexi said Josh is a closed book and they're trying to figure him out. And I'm just kind of like, my main question is Is he not talking to the ladies in the house? Is there like what are we doing for us to be in the same house all the time? Are there no conversations? What is it? Because these ladies is not this is not the first time they have made a complaint on getting, not really a complaint, but they've been stating that they don't really know him like that. And you can tell all of these ladies everything about, you can tell them about you. I'm not understanding why you want to wait to tell them you play football. These ladies have their own. These ladies have their own. They have their own home. They have their own, they have their own everything. Yeah, you might make, as far as like money wise, you may make more than them, but at the same time, these ladies are very independent. And so Josh wants to know everything about Tamaria. He says that he can't get to know her in a house. And again, I asked why. So it seems as production is really choppy in this point, in these moments. Because that's what I'm not seeing. Why aren't these people getting to know each other? It feels like everything is, in order for them to get to know the guy, they have to play a game. Once they play a game, then that's when you get to know him. Anything else in between, you either sitting with the mama, or they just having casual talk. Nothing is really, down to the nitty gritty. So him and Tamara are on their date. She tells him she's looking for in a man. He said he's waiting to tell the girls that he's a professional ball player. He wants someone to like him for him. And I feel like with these group of ladies, I feel like if you say that to them, I don't think that they will trip. I don't. I mean, what woman wants somebody that is not really raking it in? And I'm not saying that, because you can make what you want, like as long as you have a job. But I don't think these ladies are interested. If it's cool, that's a plus that you make more money and that you've been fortunate enough to play professional football. But I don't think these ladies really, they want something genuine, and they want you to be genuine, and they want you to be open. And I think you not telling them that you play professional football is you probably holding back everything else. I don't know. That's just my personal take on it. So they get back. They talk about love language. Tamaria tells her love language is physical touch, acts of service, and words of affirmation. Same as me. Those are the three things that I like. I like, physical touch. I like acts of service. And I say that because these are things that I like, and these are things I like to receive as far as love, the love language. So Lexi, when they get back, Lexi asks him how was the date, and she's trying to pull info out of him. He feels like she was grilling him, but he pivots and starts to talk about her. Now, I do feel like she was low-key grilling him. And in these moments, if your biggest thing is getting to know him, then what he did outside of you has nothing to do with you. And you should be talking about him and getting to know who he is, if that is the main concern you have about him. That's all I'm saying. So so it is apparent that Josh is the kind of person that in order to get something out of him, you have to ask. And I just think that's crazy. Tell me. And I'm starting to wonder, that's a lot of people these days. Like, nobody's just telling you about them. You have to ask. So to me, it makes me wonder, like, are you interested? Because you're not telling me about you. I'm feeling like I have to pull these things out of you. It's crazy, but that's just my take. That's my take. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in a dating space, but that's my take. Anyway, James and Alicia. James is on a date with her, and he said he's a monogamous man. She asked how did he handle his mom being ill. She loves a man who can take care of their mom. And I just want to say, just because he can take care of his mom doesn't mean he's going to do the same for you. But James looked like he's been raised right. That's all I'm going to say. So Alicia, they show her in a confessional. And what I am seeing in this particular show, that these ladies are sitting without their makeup, and I tell you, the makeup, yes, give them an enhancement, but they are drop dead gorgeous. I love to see I love to see a clear face on a woman. No makeup. I mean, I love the makeup, and I love, how makeup makes us look, and it gives us that vavoom. But at the same time, a lot of us don't need makeup. And the women on this particular show is absolutely beautiful without their makeup. She asked, how did he feel about someone who is religious but don't have the same values? He said not having a faith-based relationship is a wrap for him. And I was really wanting him to expound on what that means, because are you saying if she doesn't have faith in God? Are you saying faith-based is if she doesn't go to church? What do you mean? What does that mean? Because I don't know what that means. Do she not believe in God? Like, I don't know. He didn't give much on it, and I wish he would have expounded. But to me, James comes off as a man with little words, and he needs a woman that's going to continuously engage him. And I am going to say this. Yes, him and Alyssa has a physical attraction, but a mental, emotional, spiritual attraction, no, I don't see it. And maybe even that there's probably some sexual tension there. I don't know. I didn't see that. But the physical attraction they have to one another is A+. The mental, emotional side, and the spiritual side, to me, is lacking. And I don't think that these women are for James, because if we gonna start with Bree is not. He doesn't like Bree, so it doesn't at this point. It doesn't even make sense to even put them together. Charbonnet, she made a comment, but I didn't really see. But we'll get to that. I just feel like he'll walk away with Alicia for TV sake. And that's just how I feel. So Mama Charlize talked to the ladies about the photo shoot. They told her how they felt, how, they were feeling a way about them taking. It's like, it doesn't even matter, because you don't even know this man. So how do you feel a way about him taking a photo with somebody else? I get it, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. So Mama Charlize tells the ladies, I don't do fake. And I was like, well, where did that come from? Because it often makes me feel like when y'all mamas tell these girls you don't do fake, but you want them to come in a certain way. But when they be they self, you don't like it. The fake part is them trying to impress you. That's crazy. Like, which one do you want? Either you gonna want me in my real self, either you gonna like me in my real self or not. Like, she kept stressing it. I don't do fake. What does that look like to you? And how do you know? Because everybody think they can just catch people, like, I get it. There are some people that you can clock. Phony AF. But in this, it almost felt like some sort of intimidation. Like, and so now you're putting this trying to put this unnecessary fear in these women because you may somehow think that they're not being real. But they're not for you. They're for your son. Anyway, Sarah Brene says she don't do fake either, and she need to get to know, like, the family would have, in order for her to open up more, then they need to get to know her more as time go on, and she will let her guard come down. And this is another thing, coupled with the fact that these ladies don't really know y'all like that, so they're not gonna be their full self because they don't know y'all, and they're on TV and got cameras pointing everywhere to them. So, it is what it is. So James said everything felt awkward doing everything in front of his mom. The next morning, Bree comes out of her room. She has on sunglasses. She and her energy is off for me. She said that it was her allergies, and Bree said she will let she said it was her allergies. So everybody was clocking the fact that Bree said it was her allergies, but they think it's something else. Sabrina thinks that she's been emotional, and she said, because Bree said her eyes are red, and that's why she have the glasses on. So the mom was being passive aggressive towards Bree, and I think that made her feel away too, because she was like, "Oh, you're late," and so she said what she said. Bree had an energy amongst her, and she asked, "Hey, do y'all need help?" And the mom made a smart ass comment, and I would have been like, "Look here, Mama Shirlisa, baby, don't play with me, because today ain't the day, and I ain't the one." But that's just that. Y'all got the So they was talking, and Bree just piped up and said, "I'm gonna let my man," and everybody was looking at her, and James was like, "You tripping?" He didn't say that, but he said that made him feel away. I guess he felt a little uncomfortable. But I bet if Alicia, whatever her name is, would have said that, you would have been okay with it. The bottom line is you don't like Bree, and just say that. You're not interested in Bree. Charlicia, so breakfast is ready. James and Alicia are sitting in the kitchen talking, eating. The other two ladies are sitting outside with Mama Charlisa. Now, I'm not sure why Bree went outside, but Charbonnet went outside, because I guess she felt like, let me talk to the mom. And I think she's trying to be more strategic. And James and Alicia are talking, and they're saying that, they mentioned that the other girls are outside with their mom, and James is like, so they must want to date my mom. And they started talking about the comment Bree made, and he felt a way about the comment. And Bree says that as a pageant girl, she has always questioned herself, and because of the critiques that you get in being in a pageant world. And so she wants, she felt like she brought that energy in this group. And so Bree thinks sometimes, she questioned her look. She questioned her physical features, or just her physical features about herself, especially being in here. Is she enough? Is she not enough? Because I guess James is not showing her any interest. So that's when Sabrina said James has been showing more attention to her and Alicia. And that's why she's questioning herself. And she probably was upstairs crying, and she probably was feeling away, because she probably went on a date with James, and it was just like some homegirl, homeboy vibes. And, she's probably comparing herself to the other ladies, which she probably shouldn't do that. Just simply because you are you. Either he gonna, like you said, I think it was her who said in the beginning, either he's gonna like you or either he's not. And that's just the way it is. Like, you cannot make somebody like you. Let them. You can't make anybody stay at a place that they don't want to be. Let them leave. Listen, let me tell y'all, I've been reading this book called The Let Them Theory, and it's really good. Let them. And if need be, if you need to exit, then you probably need to exit stage left until you can deal with your stuff. And that is quite okay, you know? So y'all, this where the episode ends. Again, I was okay when Katina, her name Mama Katina. I was okay when I seen Mama Katina this episode. Yeah. And so the next video y'all gonna get from me is a Real Housewives of Atlanta. And that will probably be it for the rest of the night, because I have to go to work in the morning. Thank y'all. Again, if you didn't like, comment, subscribe on your way in. Make sure y'all do that on y'all way out. And I will see y'all in the next video.